we know that most of our decisions, most of our behavior throughout the day is on autopilot, but we have not connected it. Most people have not connected it to how we market our products and services. So
I love what you're saying. That's exactly right. That you just literally articulated the problem. And you got to understand, I have been talking about this for 30 years. Since 30 years ago, I said we're over incentivizing people, and all of these coupons and discounts and promotions, they're getting a fleeting bump, but we're not instinctively changing people's preferences. When you look at somebody shopping in a supermarket, they are exactly as you say on autopilot. Just watch how somebody shops. They have their go-to brands. They go into the supermarket, they grab their go-to brands, they put them in their cart, and they walk out. They're not sitting there contemplating the benefits of this one, the benefits of that one, making a long list. Which one is better? They just reach and they go. Some people might even call it sleep shopping. They're sleep shopping. So what we want to do is we need to understand, where is that instinct coming from? Because when you have instinctive brand preference, that's the best thing you can have. That's better than loyalty. That's better than anything else. It means that their brains are hooked on your brand. And we'll talk more about how to make that happen. But the point is, once you have instinctive brand preference, consumers are powerless to resist. And that's how you drive growth.
So let's talk about how can companies actually build those positive associations and change what our clients, customers, prospective customers and clients actually think about our brand, and maximize chances that they would instinctively give us a chance.
Absolutely. So strategists love constructs. So I am going to give you a new construct today. And the construct is the brand connectome. The brand connectome, a model of which is behind me, that orange object, that three-dimensional object, is the representation of what a brand looks in the subconscious mind of consumers. And what it really is the cumulative memories connected to the brand in people's minds, and in some cases, going all the way back to childhood. So think of the central node, that center ball, as the brand itself, and then the series of arms or branches that are connected to it are the neural pathways that have formed that actually have physicality. This is a physical thing in the brain. A brand is not this wispy thing. It is actually a physical thing in people's minds. These branches have been laid down over time, and what lives on these branches are positive and negative associations. So there's 3 rules for a healthy brand connectome, and that's how the construct works. First of all, you want the brand connectome to be large. You need to have a lot of salience, because when you have a lot of salience in the mind, then it becomes your instinctive go-to. Think of it like a game of Monopoly. Whoever owns the most terrain or territory in the brain wins. So salience is number 1. You want it to be large. And that comes from the largest, having a lot of connections in people's minds. Second, you want to have relevance. And that comes from having more positive associations rather than negative ones. Negative associations hold back growth. Think about it this way. If my growth target, the prospects, prospective users, the people I don't have, or even non-users, if they have negative associations about your brand in their minds, you're going to be, I don't care if you spend $100 million on advertising and marketing, they're not going to come over because they have barriers up. So you want to have very few negative associations. You want to have a high ratio of positive to negative associations. And third, you want clarity and distinctiveness. And you don't need to have uniqueness. And this is another big fallacy in marketing. You want to have distinctiveness, which is different than uniqueness. Distinctiveness is basically when you take something familiar and you put a creative twist on it to make it distinctively ownable to your brand. But it doesn't need to be something from Mars, because in fact, uniqueness actually turns people off. It's alienating. We connect with the things we know and we push away the things we don't know.